All right, what's up? What's going on, y'all? So let me just ask y'all this. You know, I didn't know this right here, right? Like the Republicans, the main strategy they have is to scare white people, mainly the poor white people. But their main tactic is to scare white people. I didn't really know this fully until Barack Obama became president. But let me say this: I used to watch Fox News when Clinton was president and the first Bush became president, or something like, or the second Bush, one of those around that 89, 88. In that time, I used to watch Fox News, like the 2011. I used to watch a lot of Fox News, and I noticed they used to talk a lot of trash about Bill Clinton. So I ain't really paid that much attention, but I was like, damn, he can't do nothing right for Fox News, right? But I didn't pay much attention until Barack Obama became president. And then I saw Bush when I think the second Bush was president. He did a lot of bad things, and Fox News would never say much bad about him. You know what I mean? So that kind of caught my ear attention. But I mean, I was 20 something, like early 30s, so I really still wasn't paying that much attention to it. But then all of a sudden, President Barack Obama, when first of all, candidate Barack Obama, when he started running, Fox News used to eat him up like he was a community activist. He doesn't have enough experience and this and that. I couldn't understand that really. That the only thing they could talk about Barack Obama was something negative, and this guy had graduated from like Harvard Law School, and had been head of the Harvard Review, the newspaper thing. Like, come on, man, you have to be super intelligent to do that. So anyway, he became president. I'm mainly telling this for poor white people. Some rich who know better but trying to just stay in power. But mainly poor white people. The Republicans are not on your side. A lot of people say the Democrats using blacks, but they do help the blacks with certain programs. But they help more whites with these programs. But if you listen to all the news media who don't cover it correctly, you'll believe it. All blacks on welfare. All blacks get money from the government on food stamps. Like you're just what you would think if you just totally looked at the news every day and didn't read anything or didn't use your common sense. Because there are more white people in this country, like 200 million more than any other race. There's probably about 60 million blacks or something, 40, 50 million Latinos. But it's like 200 million whites. So out of that number, a lot of them have to be on welfare because they all are not rich. But if you would have them to believe it, they think there are more black people on welfare than white people. It doesn't make sense if you really look at the ratio of the makeup of the country. Like, that doesn't make sense. And these are some of the problems. And it's kind of rooted in racism, but these are the kind of problems that cause a lot of people to vote, poor white people to vote for Republicans. The Republicans scare you. And that's why I'm getting back to Barack Obama. You notice how they said that he was a Muslim because of 9/11? He was a Muslim, so therefore he's going to do Muslim things, look out for Muslim people, and blow up America from the inside out. That's what they said. That's what that implied. Then they said that he's going to take away their guns, which a lot of poor white people don't understand that you can't do that. You can't just, get rid of the Second Amendment. So they went out and started buying guns like crazy. because he's going to take their guns. But if you go buy more guns, he's going to take those guns too. So you just have to hide all your guns. Like it was just ridiculous. But this is what the Republicans' playbook has been. And I just want poor white people and some ignorant white people to just think about common sense sometime. He's going to take your guns. He's a Muslim. He's going to take your guns. He's a Muslim. Obamacare, which is the Affordable Care Act, but the Republicans came up with this name, the whole thing, Obamacare, and made it be the boogeyman. Made it be this big, evil, socialistic thing. And then later on, 10 years later, after Obamacare passes, it's helping white people, and they don't want it to go away. But at first, they were scared because Fox News said that it's going to kill all your grandparents and kill everybody because they're going to leave them in the hospital. They ain't going to have no insurance or something. I don't know. Some craziness. This is all I'm saying about white people. Think about this. Think about how the Republicans are scaring you. One of the main things was this Mexican caravan that was coming over the border. So y'all got to pick Donald Trump because Donald Trump is going to end the, quote, Mexican caravan. 5,000 Mexicans coming a day over the border. When he was elected president, Donald Trump said nothing else about a caravan. Nothing. And the poor white people who voted for him, they said nothing either. It wasn't one. But if you talk to a crazy white person like that guy Jordan Klepper will, they'll say like, okay, yeah, because they knew Donald Trump was the president. That's why they didn't come no more. If you're trying to run from somebody killing you over there in your country, Donald Trump locking you up in jail ain't gonna stop you from walking through the desert to get over here. So that's another thing. Like, I don't understand how people believe this crazy stuff. It's weird. That's all I'm just saying. Like, think about it. Think about it. Why y'all just keep think about it, man? The Republicans scare you. We would have had us a 5th, 6th stimulus check if the Democrats. And all of it is socialism. All those stimulus checks are socialism. Who doesn't want socialism if it's helping you? We would have had, they got money out the clear blue sky when the COVID came. They never had no money to give American people. When COVID came, they found money everywhere, in trees, under the rug, everywhere. Started getting out stimulus checks, tax credit checks, loans, PPP, PUP, PAP, PFFs. I ain't got none of that shit. Unemployment. Nobody was crying then. That's socialism. The news media want to explain this to poor white people. This is what the Democrats wanted to do. The Republicans didn't even want to pass the 3rd stimulus check. They didn't even vote on it. That's why this thing went down from 2000 to 14 to 1,200 because of the 600. The Republicans said we already gave them 600. Let's just give them 1,200. The Democrats like, nah, let's give them the whole 2,000 because that don't have anything to do with the Republicans convinced the Democrats. Poor white people don't be paying attention to this. Convince the Democrats, yeah, just give them 1,200 and they'll figure it out that the 600 we'd already gave them on the 2nd stimulus is 1,200 minus 600 equals 2,000. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. Doesn't make sense, man. Y'all better get out and vote in 2022. Do not listen to these Republicans, man, because we're going to live in a dictatorship, and a dictatorship only helps the rich. Look at South Korea, Turkey, Japan. I mean, not Japan, China. That country over there in Saudi Arabia. The rich people live super well, extremely well. And the poor people just living, trying to make do with what they got. You're not going to get no more programs from the government. Social Security, which is socialism, is going to be gone. Welfare, these checks that you're getting for Medicaid to help people who's sick, who poor, all that's going to be gone. That's socialism. You don't want socialism but you take the check every month. You get the Social Security check every month. When you're 65, 66, 67 over, you need that Social Security check. But you'll let the Democrats take it, try to keep it, and the Republicans take it away from you. And they'll say we're going to cut Social Security. You still vote for them, poor white people. I don't understand it. When there's more white people on Social Security than any other race in America. I'm just telling y'all got to get out and vote, man. And the best thing would probably be to vote Democrat, because if you vote the Republicans in, especially in the Senate and the Congress, there won't be any need for us to vote anymore. Because they're going to make sure, just like they did back in 1950, when black people got the right to vote, they had to count how many jelly beans was in a jar, a big-ass jar. How many jelly beans in there? And the people who put the jelly beans in, they couldn't even count them, because they took a whole bag or whatever and just poured them in the they poured them into the jar. So how you going? They don't even know how many in there. But that was the thing for black people. When you come up to the line to vote, they tell you how many. They tell you you could have got the number. You could have guessed 1,576. That may have been the right number. They didn't even know the answer. They didn't know the answer. So they couldn't tell you whether you was right or wrong. But you know what you were? Wrong, black people. Because you were never going to get that right. You're never going to guess how many jelly beans was in that jar.